Jelly Roll's wife Bunnie XO offers unbelievable act of kindness that has quickly become one of the most heartwarming stories circulating among fans of country music and beyond. The model, podcast host and philanthropist who has long been admired for her candor and generosity once again demonstrated why she has earned such a devoted following across social media platforms for years. Bunnie XO, born Bunnie Deford, has been a steady source of love, encouragement and support to her husband Jelly Roll, whose career has skyrocketed with his deeply emotional songs and raw storytelling, while fans have always adored their relationship. It is Bunnie's recent gesture that has cemented her status as someone whose heart is as big as her personality. Witnesses and close friends describe the act as nothing short of unbelievable. Not just because of the scale of her generosity but also because of the thoughtfulness behind it. She has been known to give back in meaningful ways, from helping fans in need to supporting charities dedicated to addiction recovery, foster children and domestic violence survivors. But this latest act reached an even deeper level and left both her fans and strangers in awe. According to sources, Bunnie discovered the story of a struggling family who had been dealt several devastating blows within a short period of time. The family had lost their home in a fire, leaving them with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Despite working multiple jobs, the parents had been unable to recover financially and their children were facing the real possibility of entering foster care. When Bunnie heard about the family's plight, she felt compelled to step in, not only providing immediate financial relief but also securing temporary housing, clothing and food for the entire family. What made the act even more astonishing was the personal involvement Bunnie committed herself to. She did not simply send money and step away. Instead, she met with the family, listened to their story, cried with them and promised that they would not face these hardships alone. Her words carried weight, but her actions carried even more. She arranged for long-term assistance, partnered with local organizations to help them rebuild their lives, and even set up a fund to ensure the children would be able to stay in school without fear of disruption. Fans who learned of the story through snippets posted online and testimonies from the family members themselves could hardly believe the extent of her kindness. Many took to social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok and X to share their admiration with hashtags dedicated to praising Bunnie's compassion, quickly going viral. What struck people most was not only the generosity of the act but the humility with which it was carried out. Bunnie did not seek attention or recognition. In fact, she initially requested that the family's privacy be respected and that her role not be made public. It was only when the family themselves insisted on thanking her openly that the story spread into the spotlight. Jelly Roll himself was deeply moved by his wife's gesture. Taking to the stage during a recent concert, he dedicated a moment to publicly praise her, describing her as the rock not only of his life but of countless others. He became emotional as he recounted the ways in which she has consistently given her heart to people in need, saying that her compassion was what made her truly beautiful inside and out. The audience responded with a standing ovation, underscoring how beloved she has become not only for her glamour and outspoken personality but for her selfless heart. This latest chapter adds to a growing legacy of good deeds that Bunnie XO has been building for years. Long before she was known as Jelly Roll's wife, she carved out her own path through hard work, resilience and a refusal to let life's challenges define her. Now, with her platform larger than ever, she has been deliberate in using her voice and influence for good. In her podcast, Dumb Blonde, she has created a space where tough conversations can happen and where people can feel seen and heard. By speaking openly about mental health, trauma, relationships and recovery, she has become a beacon of honesty and relatability for thousands of listeners. Her decision to back up those words with real-world action shows just how authentic she truly is. Many industry insiders have remarked that Bunnie's kindness is not just an extension of her personal character but also a reflection of the values she and Jelly Roll share as a couple. The two have never shied away from discussing their own struggles with addiction and poverty, and both know what it feels like to be overlooked or forgotten. That background seems to fuel their desire to help others who find themselves in similar circumstances. Bunnie's act of kindness is already inspiring ripple effects across communities. Fans have begun organizing fundraisers in her honor, pledging to pay forward the generosity they witnessed. Others have shared their own stories of how Bunnie's words or outreach touched their lives, from covering funeral costs for a stranger to helping a fan escape an abusive relationship. She has become proof that celebrities can use their platforms for far more than self-promotion, and that even one act of kindness can inspire an entire movement. Beyond the headlines, this moment has also reignited broader conversations about the importance of compassion in a world that often feels divided and harsh. While social media can sometimes amplify negativity, Stories like Bunnie's remind people that empathy and selflessness still exist. Her willingness to step into someone else's darkest hour and bring light to it resonates with the core of human decency, reminding everyone that kindness is not about wealth, status, or fame, but about choosing to act when it matters most. As news outlets continue to cover the story, fans are left reflecting on the unique role Bunnie plays in the music world. While her husband Jelly Roll moves crowds with his heartfelt lyrics, Bunnie has quietly built her own legacy of connection and compassion, together making them one of the most inspiring couples in the industry. Whether it is through her podcast, her philanthropy, or her personal outreach, she demonstrates time and again that she is not defined by the spotlight but by the way she chooses to use it. This unbelievable act of kindness will no doubt be remembered as one of the most powerful examples of celebrity compassion in recent years for those who have followed her journey from the beginning. It comes as no surprise they already knew Bunnie XO was extraordinary, but now the world is seeing it too. Fans say that what makes her most special is not the glamorous lifestyle or the platform she holds, but her ability to make others feel seen, heard, and valued even when the world has turned its back on them. The story continues to grow as more people learn about her generosity, sparking both admiration and inspiration and proving that acts of kindness, no matter how unbelievable, can change lives forever. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Talent Spotlight Adol YouTube channel for more update news.